Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I present to you a very long-awaited video that I know a lot of my friends have been waiting for me to release, and I've been working hard on it and I've had many issues editing it, but I finally present it to you. Seen in the first opening clip is 20K slowing to a stop waiting for another train, and where we are at today is Cresson, Pennsylvania, which is a popular rail fanning spot that is home to the NS Pittsburgh line, which is a very action-packed line that can see up to 50 to 60 trains a day. Across the tracks is a Norfolk Southern maintenance shop where they used to hold helper engines. Now I believe this has been sold to R.J. Corman and is no longer in use by Norfolk Southern. After a brief 5-minute wait, our first train has shown itself. This is NS westbound train 25Z, a daily intermodal train from Erail in New Jersey, heading to 47th Street Yard in Chicago, Illinois. A lot of the Pittsburgh line traffic tends to be intermodal trains to or from Chicago, Illinois. Because of the steep grades along the Pittsburgh line, Norfolk Southern usually uses manned helper units to help trains go up and down the grades. In the recent years, Norfolk Southern has turned towards their SD70ACU rebuilds as helper engines. These helper engines have phased out the former helper engine sets being SD40Es. They have 4,500 horsepower, and they're very good at helping trains get up the grade. Next up is Amtrak 42, the eastbound run of the Pennsylvanian. NS classifies this as 04T on the Pittsburgh section. Next up is NS67X, an as-needed train of crude oil empties from Raybould, Delaware, heading to Clearing Yard in Chicago, Illinois. Next was NS294, a daily intermodal train from Chicago heading to Jersey. Next up is an eastbound manifest I wasn't able to catch the symbol for. This train actually had a mid-DPU, which turned out to be one of NS's EMD rebuilds. This rebuild in particular was an SD70ACC, NS 1817, rebuilt from a former standard cab SD70, 2544. Next up is NS11V, a daily manifest from Enola to Conway, Pennsylvania. Next up is NS591, an empty coal train from Baltimore, Maryland, heading to Shire Oaks, Pennsylvania. This train is an as-needed train, but basically runs daily. About an hour after 591, a train I wasn't expecting to see showed up. NS48A, a loaded grain train from Cicero, Illinois, heading to Martins Creek, Pennsylvania. This is as needed. Two BNSF Gevos trail the Thoroughbred -9 that has seen better days. The end also had a surprise, but I'll let you see that for yourselves. About 25 minutes after 48A, everybody's favorite trash train, 63V, has shown itself. This train is from Oak Island, New Jersey to Mingo Junction, Ohio, and carries loaded trash. The helpers off of 63V actually ended up uncoupling right in front of us. But unfortunately, by tough luck, my camera was facing towards the west instead of towards the east. The next train was 36A, a daily manifest from Conway, Pennsylvania, heading to Edgemoor, Delaware. Unfortunately, my phone decided to cut out because it ran out of storage, so I didn't get the front of the train. Next was a nice catch. 18N with 5 engines, the 5th engine being 1074, the Lackawanna Heritage Unit. .22W is not far behind 18N, with a 4-unit lash-up. Next is NS 590, from Shire Oaks, Pennsylvania, heading to Baltimore, Maryland. Just like its counterpart 591, this is an as-needed train, but runs almost daily. Next up is NS-21G, a daily intermodal train from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, heading to Ashland Avenue Yard in Chicago, Illinois, where it then becomes BNSF-Q NYC LAC to Los Angeles, California. While I was grabbing lunch at Vito's Pizzeria just across the street from Cresson Railroad Park, 21J decided to show up barely 10 minutes behind 21G. And continuing the 21 parade exactly 10 minutes behind 21J was 21E, a daily intermodal train heading to 47th Street Yard, Chicago, Illinois. After our trifecta of intermodals, the line fell quiet. But that didn't last long when 39G came by. 39G is a daily manifest train from Camden, New Jersey, heading to Conway, Pennsylvania. This train also had a mid-DPU, NS ES40 DC 7632. Next up is NS 592. Just like 590, this originates in Shire Oaks, Pennsylvania, and heads to Canton Yard in Baltimore, Maryland. This is as-needed loaded coal, and the leader of this train was a fresh AC-44C6M, number 4493. Next up is Amtrak 43, also known as NS07T. This is the westbound run of the Pennsylvanian, and just like 42, it uses the NS symbol from Pittsburgh to Harrisburg on NS trackage. Oh look, another 21 Series Intermodal. That's right, this is 21M, coming all the way from Croxton, New Jersey, heading to 63rd Street Yard, Chicago, Illinois. And last but not least, to close out this awesome day at Cresson was NS38G, heading the opposite way as 39G towards Pavonia Yard in Camden. It indeed was a great day. 22 trains in just over 9 hours. This is one of the busiest lines I've ever been on.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 253.1. Track 1, no defects.
.38G, for being a mile and a half long. Over half the train was just these gondola cars. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope to see you back on Andy Railfan. Have a good day.